I know that a large portion of the people that watch this channel are 50 plus. A big portion of you are still working. I'm still working. One day we're going to want to retire. My original plan was retire at 65. I can tell you that's not going to happen. I was too much of a pillock in my 20s. But we all have these plans, don't we? What doesn't help, and of course I brought you news of this with the waspy women, is the goalposts getting changed by government all the time with regard to the age we can retire and we will get state pension and all the rest of it. Well, there's a new thing that's come out saying that they're going to be looking at changing things again, and I'll tell you what it is. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing alright. I'm not too bad, apart from being told that I have to wait a little bit longer before I can retire, even though I've probably got 25 years, but that'll go by in a flash, won't it? Yes, it looks like they're looking at raising the state pension age yet again, and it could be announced in literally months. I found this thing here. A change to the state pension age could be announced in just months as ministers await the outcome of a new report considering whether to increase the national retirement age. They're going to do it. They don't need a report. That's just justification, isn't it? Last November, Chancellor Jeremy, you know the guy I mean, confirmed the government had commissioned a report to look into the cost of the state pension and intergenerational fairness. I suppose where you've got the younger generation apparently paying for the old. I've got a letter somewhere indoors from my MP explaining how all this worked when I had a go at him before. At present, the state pension age is 66 and is due to rise to 67 in 2028 and then to 68 between 2044 and 2046. I'll actually be 70 in 2048. So that's about the ballpark figure. Really, it's anyone born around 1977 onwards this latest round of garbage will affect. The review of all this is expected to be published in the first half of this year. A Department for Work and Pension spokesman said as the number of people over state pension age increases due to growing population, I could make another video on that, and people on average living longer, the government needs to make sure that decisions on how to manage its costs are robust, fair and transparent for taxpayers now and in the future. It must also ensure that as the population becomes older, the state pension continues to provide the foundation for retirement planning and financial security. The government is expected to have to give at least 10 years' notice before implementing a change in the state pension age to 86. 86. But a fast-tracked alteration would impact millions of Britons currently in work. Work and Pension Secretary Mel Stride admitted last year that a change in the timetable would be pretty hairy. A review of the state pension in 2017, led by British business executive John Cridland, concluded adults should expect to spend an average of a third of their lives in retirement. That's not 86. Life expectancy rises have stagnated in recent years, making the case for changing the state pension age harder. Stride told a committee of MPs, I think there are various moving parts in assessing where we should go with the state pension age. One of them is life expectancy, and more precisely, what proportion of your life should we expect people to have in retirement, as opposed to not in retirement. Yes, so they're going to do it again. I've always been of the understanding, folks, that the closer I get to retirement, or you know, people of my age, the further away it's going to be. And I get the impression that by the time we get that far, there'll be no such thing as a state pension, or it will be so far out of reach, it just isn't going to happen. And I'm starting to believe and starting to understand that maybe we do need to look after ourselves, and the time is now. We need to start thinking about these things. All right, life is hard, isn't it, with the bills and everything else, but I think we need to at least try and come up with alternatives to look after ourselves. There's people on this channel, for example, that invest. in dividend paying stocks and shares and manage to build up a tidy sum like that, and they get enough to go. Just an example. There are ways, but it's very scary figures when you see how they're messing around with a pension. I feel sorry for myself, and I certainly feel sorry for the next generation coming in behind us. It's not going to be easy. Anyway, let me know what you think of this. I'm off, and I'll see you later. Toodaloo.